And another preview show as we welcome Burton Albion to the Kazam Stadium. Got a lot to get through in this week's edition. Let's start off with the view from the dressing room, and here's Sam Long.
Well, you start with Tuesday night. Quite a frustrating performance at Portsmouth, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, well, the performance was positive.
Yeah.
I think especially second half we dominated the game, and I feel like we probably didn't get what we deserved out of the game, but that's football. We need to dust ourselves down. We can't dwell on it too much. Yeah. We need to learn from it, but I think we need to dust ourselves down as quick as you can and look on to Saturday, because it's another important game.
Yeah, that's exactly right, isn't it? You come in today, hit the ground running and training, and full thoughts are fully on Saturday now, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely, and we know that it's not going to be an easy game. I was saying to the guys in there, we lost to Bolton, and then Burton went on and beat Bolton, so they're more than capable of putting the performance in and getting a result against like an informed team, shall we say. I know we had a negative result on Tuesday, but in recent weeks we've been in good form, and I think even Tuesday we were in good form. We just conceded a few soft goals and at bad times, and I think it cost us in the game. But we can learn from that, and we can obviously hopefully put that right on Saturday. And
in recent weeks as well, you know that when you need a response, you can do that as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we know we can score goals at any time in the game with the players we've got in the building and on the pitch, and as long as we stay positive and work like we have been, there's no doubt that we can get the 3 points on Saturday.
For you personally, you've been playing in a number of different positions lately. How have you found that on a kind of personal level? Yeah,
fine. I mean, it's something that I've always been able to do. I can adapt to different positions, and I'm more than happy to do that for the team. It was obviously the first time I've ever started in a centre with a three on Tuesday night. I enjoyed it, but it's something that we need to do at the moment, because obviously we've got a few injuries in the group, and I'm more than happy to do that, and I'm more than happy to fill different roles and stuff for the team and for the beneficial of the team, really.
Yeah, in any season you're going to have those moments where the squads are depleted, and you're going to need that versatility, and it's important that, I mean, Willow's done it as well, playing left wing back and right wing back.
Yeah.
You fill in, you dig deep, and you just do what you can, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely, and it's something that we've done well in recent weeks. Yeah. I mean, if you look at the team at Charlton away, where we obviously won 4-0. We got Sykesy playing right wing back, Willow playing left wing back. It's obviously tough for those boys, but they've done really well, and they've obviously adapted really well and took on board all the instructions that they've had to take on, and it's positive, because obviously in games it gives us that versatility. If we are struggling, we can swap into different positions and still feel comfortable. So it only adds. It only makes us stronger to be able to do that.
And looking ahead to Burton on Saturday, back at home, home form has been magnificent recently, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we've had some good results. I mean, we've probably conceded more than we had liked, and I think that's something that we need to improve on. But when we've had so many different back fours and back fives, that it's obviously to get that consistency is quite tough. But yeah, our home form's been really good. I think the fans do help in that sense, where we've had 10 plus in the last 5-6 games.
Yeah.
So that obviously helps as well, because obviously teams don't like coming here for the atmosphere as well. So yeah, I mean, we're looking to obviously put the result from Tuesday right on Saturday, and hopefully we can do that in beating Burton.
Yeah, we're entering the final 10 games of the season now. 3 points is all that matters, and that's exactly what you would go for, home and away now, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think you can look at statistics throughout the whole season. I think the only statistic that matters is how many points and if you win the game. And we're obviously looking to do that on Saturday, and it's another, like you say, a massive game for our season.
So you've probably seen that Saturday is her game too, our game where we're working with that campaign. So we've been talking to some of the women around the football club for their views.
And obviously when I started, I was looking after the girls, I was looking after the boys. And that's also obviously just progressed naturally up through into the senior men's team. But Yeah, there wasn't. Well, I know when I first started, I think I was the only female head of medical. There were girls and women that were in the sort of assistant role, but I think I might have been the first one to kind of step up into that.
Do you know
so,
all those cliches you've ever heard?
Oh, I've heard, yeah. You did. Of course, you hear them. Yeah.
Do you hear them as much?
I don't. But is that because everyone knows that I work in football? I'm just an example. I don't know. Would my sister still get that? Maybe because she doesn't. She's nowhere near working in football. So someone like that, just as an example, would they still get that? Probably. I would imagine so. Yeah, I would imagine so. I do get that question. What's it like then? Well, for me, it's just me doing my job at the end of the day, and everyone treats me here exactly the same as male, female. Whether that's the same for every football club, I can't comment on that, but certainly here, it's very respectful. Because just whether you're male, female, like you still enjoy the sport as anyone should, and with that, if you do enjoy watching your football on a Saturday afternoon, then why shouldn't you be able to sort of voice that just as much?
Comments that I've had over the years many times that, oh my goodness, how do you know so much about football, you're a girl? That may be intended as a compliment, but actually it's not. It's judging the fact that because you're a girl, you should not know about football. And then, more recently, so with social media, both of us have found that you post a comment about football on a football thread, quite often you will get comments that pick up the fact that you are a girl.
I think when I've told guys that are my friends, they sort of go, okay, and then they're like, oh, you probably go because you fancy all the players, and I'm like, no, I know the rules, I go because I've been going on and off since I was little. So it is a mixed review, I think, quite a lot of the time, because they sort of laugh at it and they're like, really? And I'm like, yes, really, I go like every week, and they just don't think that's a thing for us to do.
I think there is still a bit of a stigma that football is a bit of a male-dominated sport. Definitely in my lifetime I've seen a huge change. I used to play football at school, and we were one of the very few schools that had a football team, where now definitely I think that's improved. And certainly the fan base of female fans seems to be getting bigger as well. We have as much knowledge about football as the chaps, and sometimes we can give a completely different viewpoint on things as well. I think it is just because it's always where before, the only professionals were men, and girls didn't really have the opportunity, and now we have the opportunity. We're now able to have an opinion on something that perhaps before we didn't have any knowledge about. So yeah, I think it's, I think each year by year, it definitely, I've seen here, more and more followings from females, and hopefully that will continue.
I think even still now it's kind of a bit like, oh, you don't look like a footballer, or you get little comments like that, and I think, things have changed. It's 2022, and I think you just need to sort of have the same reaction as you would as going, if you took your son out and was like, he's a footballer, you have the same reaction, and I think that's what sort of we're going towards, and just kind of want it to be seen as the norm as much as what the men's game is.
Is that the same? Has it changed?
Yeah, I think society is a funny old place, isn't it? And you've got people who are very old school, you've got people that are social media fiends, and you've got people that will literally just adapt day by day. And like Beth said there, I'll walk in and be introduced, and people look at you 2 times and think, cool. But you'll look at somebody else and they go, oh my God, that's amazing. So you get so many different experiences meeting people depending on what their background and belief is, and nothing's right and nothing's wrong. But I just think that we're also not going to change anything overnight or with the click of a finger. But I think it's good to see the progress the women's game made, and hopefully we can be a part, and the next generation can be a part of hopefully getting it even closer to the male's game in the future.
Now it's name game time. I had high hopes for this one. He didn't let me down. Here's Sam Baldock. You are competitive. You'll like this. Name game is, I'm going to show you 12 people called either Sam, Samuel, Samantha, Samways, Ganji, perhaps, or Baldock. There's not many of them. Okay. All right. All you got to do is tell me their name. Yeah. Eastie is top of the leaderboard with 10 out of 12. The lowest. 10 Sams? Yeah. I'm not nibbling on that one. There are I'm not going to tell you who's bottom of the list, but 4 is the lowest, okay? You ready?
Let's go.
Just shout the names.
Sam Long.
Correct.
I'm Sam.
Correct.
Sam Ricketts.
Oh, you're good. That's got you.
Pass.
Sam Neal.
Sam Allardyce.
Good.
Baldock. Town.
Very good.
Sam Uetu.
Yes.
Sam Fender. Yeah, the hockey player.
Yeah.
She's everywhere.
Yeah. You know her name as well.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Work from Sam, you'll get it from that.
Yeah.
You know when I said there's a minute, there was a time.
Oh, I thought that included you. That's really annoyed me. I'll come back to it if I've got time. Sam Smith. Samuel Jackson. Sam Curran.
See, if you get that one back there,
Yeah.
you are the leader, I think. Has he got one wrong so far, Liam Potter, who's keeping score?
Yeah, got one wrong.
Okay, so this for the win.
Yeah, I know. She Jimmy hockey and how
yeah,
she
question of
presented
sport.
everything.
It's not as good with Paddy McGuinness, I don't think. And the rugby player, and
Yeah, you talking's not helping me.
No.
The time's gone, but come on.
people at home. There will now be an edit while we wait and we wait. Come on,
This camera's going to run out of battery,
Sam.
isn't it?
Come on, Sam.
Samantha, Sam.
It's not Samantha.
Well, I think probably she was christened Samantha.
Yeah, I
probably.
know, but she's not known.
No.
Quick!
Yes. Useless Rose Brown is here. This is the second take because you welled up talking about Joey again. How did you get through Saturday?
With a lot of support, with a lot of practice, changed my speech, but it wasn't just about that, it was about the whole day for Joey. I think I got through it because I looked at the girls walking out with the flowers and everything else, and I thought if they've got that strength to do that, because we weren't sure whether they were going to be able to do that, but they did.
Yeah, I'm going to stress that before you go on. We wouldn't have made them do that. That was only because we saw them, talked to them. They were clearly all right with it all.
But Millie, the mum, was down there as backup. But they did it, and they had the support of you lot, the crowd and stuff, and that was immense as well. I got strength from that. But for me, I just read a piece of paper, but I know it was tough. Yes, we got all stressed on a headache and everything else, and I cried and I croaked, but we got through it, so it was good. I mean, the flowers were down at the right time. The family got brought down at the right time by Adam and Luke and the commercial and the marketing team and the club shop people. Everybody really galvanised on Saturday, which we do anyway.
I thought it was a tremendous team effort. There's still comedy in it. Who was the bloke in the full kit? Was he the mascot?
He was not the mascot, Chris. The mascot's got up to 30.
What was he, the 12th man?
He was the 12th player on a stag do. And we went, oh dear.
Did
on a day like
you
today.
stress to him that...
Yes, yeah, I said, listen, but then again, you paid your money, you can go out, and the guys bought him a pair of very tight shorts. But anyway, it was, but Joey was laughing at him. So
Yeah, Joey would have enjoyed that, that's okay. He's a friend of ours, Joey, so we can say that would have been okay. A couple of other things, much love to my brother-in-law Mark, who lost his partner the day before the Joey game, and Jason Priest as well.
his dad, yeah.
His dad's funeral left from the stadium on Tuesday, and
It's been a tough week, mate.
funny old week, isn't it? Let's move on to more positive things. The end of season awards dinner. Tickets now available?
Tickets available. Take a look online or give us a call or email us on commercial at aufc.co.uk. Sunday the 24th of April, 6 o'clock in the evening at the Sam, outside caterers, 3-course meal, loads of awards going on to celebrate a successful season. Even if we go straight up, we're still going to...
Yes, you nearly got,
no, but it's going to be a great evening. We haven't had one for a few years, so therefore, people have
We've not been able
there.
to, and that's the same with your networking event that's next week as well. How are you meant to do networking or end of season dinners under COVID?
I was going to say for the end of season dinner, it's for supporters as well and businesses alike. So if you want to sponsor an award, you can. But if you want to buy a couple of tickets, we'll sit you in tables, and it's going to be a great night.
I should say as well, I think the end of season dinner, people think it's posh. I mean, it's relative. You've got to wear a suit and stuff. If you haven't been and seen the corporate side of the club, that's a brilliant introduction to go along for that evening, isn't it?
It is, and it's not expensive. It's including about, it's £90 a ticket, you know, and you get 3 courses where you get to mingle with the players. The players are brilliant.
Yeah.
So they'll be on their own tables, but during the evening we've got a plan to get them to walk around and stuff. So it's they'll enjoy it as well, and we're going to do a tribute in the evening to Joey and Mickey up there as well. I know, don't.
Who's going to read that?
We are sponsored by Andrex for the evening. The tissues available. By but yeah, the network, move on to the network.
But network, quick, let's go positive again. Come on.
Network evening we've got at the Sadler building at the Science Park.
It's nice.
It's really nice. And that's 6 o'clock on Thursday the 10th, which is next week.
Yeah.
So we've got spaces available, and that's for businesses locally. Just come and mingle, come and have a bit to eat and chat. Gaffer's going to be there. We got talks from IFEX, who are short sponsors. Adam and I are going to host it. It should be a nice evening.
Again, that's another great introduction for businesses. If you're
it's a free event, by the way.
Yeah. If you're thinking of getting involved with Oxford United or want to see what we can do, we can help you. Whatever size of business and that kind of thing as well.
2 people per company. Don't just turn up, because we need to know who's coming for numbers and stuff. So if you could again email commercial@oufc.co.uk, that'd be brilliant. We'll get you involved in our commercial side.
Just one thing from me, the programme from the Cambridge game sold out very quickly, just in incredible demand. We printed another 600 and 450 of those went on the first day we put them on sale. We're filming this Thursday morning. I'm not sure how many will be left on Saturday. We can't order any more. Order them online if you see this. There may be a handful left on Saturday, but a good tribute to a friend of ours, and I think that's a good way. Go on to the game itself. That's going to be tough. After you were at Portsmouth, weren't you? Standing with Tiger in the away end.
I stood with Tiger second half, and we were poor. But we struggled. I don't know. I mean, how do you go away and score 2 goals away from home and lose the game? Yeah. But we I don't know. A couple of the boys looked a bit jaded and a bit tired, but it is what it is. Well, when we lose that, Chris, we bounce back 3 wins on the trot. So that's what we're going to do Saturday. But
100%. He'll be out on the pitch, not crying this week. I'll be in the stand, not crying this week. Make sure you're with us.